rather than justify sticker shock at the trillions of dollars President Donald Trump's tax bill would add to deficits and the national debt. Some Republican lawmakers and conservative economists are trying out some mind tricks. This isn't really $3.8 trillion in deficit spending. Dramatically overestimated, House Speaker Mike Johnson told CNN's Jake Tapper on State of the Union Sunday, days after the proposal squeaked through the House. Johnson hopes budget-conscious senators don't tinker with the legislation too much. Any changes will lead to new projections. A Ouija board could turn out more accurate prognostications, wrote Stephen Moore, a Trump ally at the Heritage Foundation, in an op-ed for the Wall Street Journal. Save us from the CBO. He was talking about the budget scoring process, which involves both the Congressional Budget Office and the Joint Committee on Taxation. These types of complaints about CBO and JCT appear whenever there is a big bill likely to add to the national debt. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich has long criticized the CBO. He called for it to be abolished back in 2019, arguing in a Fox News op-ed that his math does not appropriately assume tax cuts will spur economic growth. The CBO consistently underestimates the positive impact from supply-side, market-oriented reforms while giving Keynesian, big government policies the benefit of the doubt, Gingrich wrote. The CBO, however, is definitely nonpartisan. Both Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill have a say in who leads the organization. The CBO has also evolved its calculations in recent years to account for economic activity, something known as dynamic scoring. Importantly, there are plenty of lawmakers on both sides of the aisle who agree to accept CBO scores. The fiscal hawk Senator Ron Johnson, a Wisconsin Republican, told Tapper he opposes a House bill because it adds so much deficit spending. You have these independent analysts saying it's $3.3 trillion to $4 trillion. I agree with that, Johnson said. We have to reduce the deficit. And so we need to focus on spending. Complaining about the CBO and its scoring may be part of the political argument. If you don't like the numbers, attack the numbers. But it's interesting to consider how CBO runs the numbers to predict how a $1 trillion tax cut might affect the deficit. I went to Douglas Holtz-Eakin, a former CBO director who also worked on the Council of Economic Advisors during both Bush presidencies. Today, he's president of the American Action Forum, an independent organization that classifies itself as center-right on economic policy. Our conversation, conducted by phone and edited for length, is below.